stesso ti basterebbe per... ti
Hello.
assumo. Hello, man. Hey,
Can
hey, are we live
push now.
already?
The warm-up has started.
The
Welcome,
warm-up
Rafa.
has started. Federico,
Welcome,
let
everyone.
me just let me just say that has been a great pleasure, and now I'm super happy to be here again. That's exciting to say the least.
It's been a while, huh? It's been
It's been a while.
7
It's been
months.
a while.
Literally
Yeah, but
7 months. But we're
but
here.
you know what?
We're back.
Yeah,
Live.
we're here. We're back. We're live. And we spent like 10 minutes just to figuring out how to make this stuff working. And now that it's working, we are live for the season 2. Probably they're a friend of mine. We have setting the bar higher for this season since we did a lot of expectations. But there's a but. I'm pretty sure that we will not fail or we will not regret anyone because the season 2 is going to be incredible. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, we're gonna do our best, of course. I think we did our retro back in December. We
Yeah, did
did.
you remember about that?
That was nice. It was our first experiment with live, so we decided to go and test live even further. So as of today, I think this live, if everything is working fine, we're live on, I think, my Facebook profile. That is the least important, on our Twitch channel that we didn't
Right.
publish a lot yet, and we're also live. Sorry, on our YouTube channel. That is the one that we'll be mostly using.
Mm-hmm.
But as they say, fret not or like fear not, because we're still gonna be going audio only. And as a matter of fact, we moved all our podcasts to Anchor, right, Rafa? And we're still gonna be
Yes.
audio only
Yes.
available for a lot of people. How about that
Yeah, yeah.
migration to Anchor, right? You did it. You are the mastermind behind that.
Right. Okay, let me talk briefly about that. Since the import was super easy, just a lot of congrats to the anchor guys. Just import your podcast from this RS feed direction, something. It was super nice for a very stupid person like me in this sense of technical stuff. And we're pretty much covering it. And yeah, we are audio, we are live, we're testing this. Pretty exciting because actually, I think the the best reason of making the episode of Designers Live is to add that the aim is to add value with the comments and with the interactions. So we will discover this new field, reading and hearing more from the comments of the folks around, and yeah, exciting about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's tell our the people that are waiting. As you can notice, there is just the two of us for a minute, and we claim we're gonna have a guest. Guest.
Yes.
I hope and I think the guest is coming. Kinima is coming in a few minutes. We just decided to start it a couple minutes earlier to do a little bit of warm up and intro, so we don't have to just
Mm-hmm.
start and do and just start or start and start speaking like crazy. We're gonna try to keep those like Fast and Furious or like short and nice. I
Short and sweet, I
Short
would
and
say.
sweet, right? That's
Sweet.
yeah, exactly. See, it's like still 8 a.m. like a.m. So it's my brain is right now getting started. So thank you. So short and sweet, absolutely. And we're trying to keep those live around like 30 minutes. We're gonna always start
Mm,
like 5, 10 minutes earlier so you guys can get acquainted to our accent and everything
mm.
else. We're gonna give you a little bit of background and context, a little bit of chit chatting, and then we're gonna dive straight into the discussion with our user, with our guest. Today, as we anticipated yesterday, we're talking about the intersection of design with psychology and fashion. We have a very talented guest that has been working on a number of like big tech company here in Silicon Valley, but also I've been working like in fashion as a model. That a couple, more than a couple, a very good number of like catwalking in Europe and beyond. And
Mm.
she also knows about psychology. That's very interesting. That's a great story. I'm not gonna spoil anything because we're gonna ask
Don't
her
spoil it.
directly, but that's how fantastic she is. So very excited that we made it. We she she had to wait quite a lot because there were some issues going on, logistic. I guess you all guys heard about COVID. So in the last few
Did you
months,
remember last time? Did you remember last time that we met? Did we had Kidima as our first talk to say, look, we like a lot your profile. How can we make this thing happen for designers? And then COVID happened and all the things. But luckily we can have her here to talk about her experience and this intersection that I strongly believe it's very fascinating. And in all the industries nowadays, especially for the listeners as from who's still skeptical about design background, you don't need exactly a design background for coming to design. And I'm pretty sure she will explain us more on her transition.
Psychology is super interesting because
Mm,
eventually a lot of the things that we design for, of course, they're interacted by human being, and those human being have feeling,
mhm,
and they live different scenarios, situations. So especially, I mean, I would say mostly in e-commerce, when you call about, I forgot, I mean, the greatest example is the impulsive purchase, right? And there's a lot of psychology that goes into that. And that's the reason why, I mean, all the apps are going for advertising that are just one click away, right? You can put stuff in your cart and buy with like one or two clicks, because that's what they want. They want you to, I mean, get excited about that, see the value in the product or the service, and then being able to convert immediately, because that's a psychology,
mhm.
right? I see it, I want it, I get it. Wasn't that also the song from Ariana Grande? Is that like Seven Rings? But I
I'm
mean,
not sure.
I'll double check the lyrics. I think I
Uh-huh.
might be completely wrong, so help us out if you know the lyrics. But anyway, that's the idea. I mean, psychology is a huge component of making user interact better. There is like the feeling of
Mm,
like making them like cared for or assured. If you are for example like a pharmaceutical company or like a medical provider, there is a lot that elicits emotion behind the digital space.
mm.
I think actually the most successful experiences are the one that elicit feelings beyond just the transaction, because the transaction is
That
the logistic part.
mm,
The psychology and the emotional part is the fantastic
let
magic.
let's say yes, totally agree. And the great experiences with a psychology perspective for me are the ones that go beyond, as you said, like how does the solution that we are offering reinforce what we are what the solution should be up to in a way that embrace the take in consideration the user emotions and go beyond just the act of selling or purchasing or just making money in a way. It's more. And if you can, I was talking this with Tycho, a friend of mine here in Amsterdam, that he is a design agency, and we were just discussing about dehumanizing technology and how the psychology is deeply nested into this field, right? So yeah, I think it's super fascinating, and it's all about taking care of psychology and the user's perspective more than just selling.
I would say on the other side, we're not so expert in fashion,
Not at all.
apart from the beautiful
I,
like polo that you guys can see here.
I, I'm
Raffaele,
on, I mean, I don't like to buy clothes,
I wanted
but
one. It wasn't like he didn't buy one for me. But tell us more about that polo. I think it's great. Like tell the
yeah,
story about the polo.
yeah, it was yesterday. I was working in Amsterdam, when I'm living right now, and yeah, I just jump up into this Lacoste shop that they made a collaboration with Polaroid for the Pride Month, and this is actually it's actually on a rainbow kind of thing. If I can do this quickly, and yeah, I mean that's beyond. I mean, I don't like to buy clothes, but when there's a meaning like the Pride Month and I don't know, I felt like okay, this is the right time to purchase something, an object. It would be nice to understand how you guys think about physical objects in a way that they're not just objects or just something that allows us to do more, but in an emotional perspective of how these things make me feel. Does it make sense, Fede? Is there some specific object that you have close to you right now that can feel special, or I don't know, different to talk a bit about? All right. Mm, mm, oh, uh-huh. Mm, mm, mm. That, let's say that they are offering you something that you like in terms of customization, and I strongly believe that in the digital experiences, the customization is really the future in a way that they can understand you, specifically Federico, and not someone who's in an age between that spot, or is male or female, or I don't know.
And Rafa, I just
It's
realized that
interesting.
somehow I was on mute on the previous contribution head. So I'll do
All
like
right.
rewind and say it again like faster and like much better. So when you were asking me about if got any specific clothes, I said no, not really. I mean, I got something that I connect with some experience that I love. But the thing that I love the most about fashion and shopping, because I do love shopping, I will go shopping every freaking day, is mostly the experience of customizing clothes. So that's what Raffaele was referring to. And I was pointing out that
Mm,
my favorite part of personalization is the one of personalizing sneakers. I'm a big fan of like Nike.com and Vans.com, where you can go and customize all the sneakers, including, for example, the all the different materials that go on there. You have felt, you have like leather, you got like a suede, you got so many of those different materials and the colors and all the different garments. So very nice experience. I guess many of you have seen it or at least tried. They're a little bit expensive, but I think, I mean, once every 1 or 2 years might be like a great gift for yourself or for a friend. So keep in mind,
mm,
let us know. Sorry, Raf, I don't know why you went
yeah.
muted, but good that.
No worries at all. At least you spotted out. If it was me, like Joe was just spelling something without realizing that. So good catch at least.
Yeah. That, you know what? Like, Rafa, speaking of pride and beautiful
Mm,
things while we're waiting, do we want to
mm,
do a little
well,
spoiler for
spoiler.
something that we decided?
I'm not good at spoiler, Fede. I'm not good at all. So let's
Or
say
not?
Pride. There's something like something physical that we will have the pleasure to send to someone of you.
Yes. I can get it. I'm going to go
You
out
can
there
get
and get it.
really.
Okay.
All right, let's bring it. So it's as a nudge, it's related to the Pride Month. It's related to the fact that the Pride Month has ended, but we believe that Pride is something more special than just a month to celebrate.
Every month is Pride Month. So we don't care if
Yes,
it's no longer Pride Month.
yes,
We actually
yes,
got it during Pride Month because there was a time
yes.
when it was available. But
Yes.
So basically, we
Let's say.
thought we don't even know yet how we were using it, but it's just like we felt really, I mean, we're designers, so basically we fell in love with the product, and we said, I think it's gonna be wonderful if we get one for some of like at least one of our followers or like people that are following the show. So we have to think about the dynamic between it's gonna be, I don't know, a challenge, a contest. We'll come up with something creative. See, actually, if you have an idea for something really creative for
Please
a
let us know.
challenge,
Yeah.
why don't you tell us? Maybe if it's a really good idea, we'll just give you the price directly without even doing the challenge. I don't know, but
Why not? Why not? Why
that
not?
will be cool.
That could be already the challenge. Like design the challenge for who is going to win this, and you will win it
Yeah.
eventually.
Yes.
Why not?
So let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna do the reveal. Are you guys ready? I think you guys are ready. So
Let's do that.
I'm gonna take it out in like in 3, 2,
See.
1. So this is
Slowly.
what we were
Bam.
thinking of. I now don't know if you guys can see it. Here it is. Yes, let me go back. I can go a little bit front so you guys can see it. So Raffaele, why don't you tell? I mean, I think everyone got what this is. You can't tell from the box how awesome that is. But basically, what is this, Raffaele? While I go and zoom into some part of it.
Let's say that Lego is super lucky to sponsor us this amazing gift to someone. That's not true, but
maybe they will definitely
maybe they will. Yeah, I mean, we have some issues with the shipping if we want to talk about that, but we could, but let's say that yeah, I mean, Lego, it's a great wall in this sense, and we wanted to celebrate the Pride Month for one of you, honestly, to release as better as possible, as best as we can, the season 2.
And this is a pretty cool.
And it is yeah, it's awesome. Everyone is awesome.
Yeah. But we still didn't find out, or we haven't decided yet if we can say that everyone is a designer. Probably not to some extent. Maybe everyone is a maker. We're saying we've been thinking about like this like tagline here, but definitely everyone can be awesome, no problem.
Yes.
And everyone can be creative. That we do believe. So this little, I love the idea. Yes, this little wall that you got here, like with all the colors from the LGBTQIA plus community, we think it's gonna be pretty cool to have in everyone's like I don't know, like studio or whatever. I guess there is a lot of fun of Lego out there. It's definitely like a creative things. Actually, if you have never checked, there is a lot of design thinking approach done during using Lego that is called Lego Serious Play. Check it out if you guys haven't. I'm trying to get a certification for that. It's like one of my goals for this year.
Cool.
Let's see.
We will add in the description actually, because this should be, yeah.
There is a ton of I mean, actually the all documentation and assets that I created is public, so you guys can run the manual. You can read the manual yourself. But there are a few organizations that will run a proper workshop that will teach you how to use it, and you're gonna be able to use Lego to boost creativity during your meeting. Now the fun part is that you can do it live or you can do it online. I actually bought a book last year about running Lego session online, like on video conference. It's pretty cool, pretty dope. I've done it. So again, this one somehow we'll let you know how we're gonna set up the challenge. If you have any ideas, please let us know. I think it's fantastic. I actually bought one for me as well. I have to assemble it probably after, I mean, today in a couple of hours, because it's still today we're not working, even if it's Monday. And yes, that's gonna be fun. And
yeah, go ahead,
Rafa. You mentioned it while we're waiting for Kirima. In the meantime, I will text her to make sure that she can make it. I don't know. Maybe I got maybe got something coming up, but the idea was, you said something about the box. So if you see, it's
Yeah.
not perfect. Actually, it's far from perfect.
Before that one of you will receive it, let's say that the
Yeah.
box is already in this state because Lego, I mean, you're making boxes, right? So if you are at least the shipment, I don't want to complain at this, but did you remember when we talk about the experience in general in one of our episodes in the whole process? I don't remember the guest. Actually, we were just talking me and you. But if you're not considering every stage of the experience, you are missing something. And if your shipment is, I mean, I don't know if I don't know. I don't think it's the right way. Actually, I was expecting a pretty cool or pretty well designed way of selling you a box that inside there's more boxes since they are more than boxes. But at least to tell the story, tell the full story because I have already enough context. And did you remember the picture that I sent to you when I was here close to? I mean, please.
No, I mean the idea is that this so far this box, I think at least when I bought it, was only sold on the Lego website. You have to go there, and there's a limit of up to 2 items that you can buy. So that's why when I saw it, I put like a reminder on my account to buy when it came out. I think it was the 4th of June or something like that, because I didn't want to miss it. I was like in love with this one. I had the preview, so I said I'm gonna buy it. I mean, I know this can go sold out very easily. So with Lego, whoever buys that you guys know. Again, I'm not like a huge collector, but I went on the website, I bought 2 of them, I got them shipped. They were telling me it's going to take a little bit longer in terms of shipment. I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, especially during this period, the shipments are probably a little bit like slow down. It depends even where I shipped from. I don't know if it shipped from US or Europe to some extent. So I was patient. We got the full month to get it, right? But when I finally get it last week, so it took quite a while. The box, and I got the picture. I will probably post it on Twitter. Was like in very bad shape, but not because it was assembled the wrong way. Like there was a sort of a lid that was like bended and then inserted on top of like the original box with just a couple of those like air pillow that you put inside. And then the whole box has been like probably, I don't know, squeezed throughout. So both the boxes are in really bad shape. And I was surprised because, again, I have high standard for Lego, especially with something that is a collection item.
Numerable, yeah. So the question now would be, should you buy again from their website, their Fede? Independently from the objects that they're selling to you.
Yeah.
So you're losing customer, dear Lego, and
it's about. So let's say this part of the experience, because that's something interesting. Like the tool itself, let's say the product is great, right? I think I'm gonna love it. I haven't assembled it yet. I know it's gonna be fantastic because that's Lego mentality. But when we talk about the experience, and when we talk about the fact that it's like experience design and not just product design might be awesome. So when this came out of the factory, it's pristine. The problem is that when we talk about the service, right? So the full experience extends to the service. That's why the service is so huge. You have to deal with things that might not be in control when they leave the factory. And Lego doesn't have their own like logistics service, right? So they definitely have not thought about. Sorry, I was like Kilima was.
Yeah, I hear the LinkedIn ping. She gonna make it. It could be a great warm up.
I think she got double booked and she got some issue because of like the day off for the holidays. But anyway, so speaking about like service design, the idea is that as you create this pristine, great product, whatever it is, and you send it out, you have to like remember that this thing has to travel like miles, kilometers, whatever you want, like a ton of them, right? So ideally, if the user get the box in that these are the outcome of the
I,
shipment, I'll be pissed because I was a little bit pissed. And don't forget one thing: a lot of collectors buy two boxes, because one is the one that they open, do the unboxing, and create the product, right? They assemble the product. But the other one they keep for collection issue, if they're real collectors. So the box, most of the time, or they just open the box and they keep it as pristine as the product, because this is what the real collector do. And this, again, this is a collector piece. It's not something that like a kid will probably buy or play with, right? So if you ship something like that, or you have like a limited set of items that you're shipping, I believe that you have to make sure that they arrive in pristine condition. So that's why I was very, very bummed that happened.
and you are selling boxes. Just to clarify, like just to, I don't know, it's a very, very important stage in the process. I think it's not just what you said from a service design perspective, that it's the whole flow. It's I think it's on the same level of importance of the product design. I would love to know more what the folks around think about it, especially because it's I'm hearing the words of Andrea Rolleri about the design for excellence, but
Yes.
I'm smiling. Lego, no complaints. Just wanted to.
I mean, a little bit
I
of
mean,
complaint, yes. Honestly, yes. It's a customer experience. It's many people and a few. Oh, we can probably link it here. Just that now that we're chatting about it, we did this visual where we're trying to get the different levels of experience design. And remember that we put like service design probably on the most comprehensive layer, and we got customer experience, user experience, employee experience a little bit more nested down, right? But that's the point. Like, you need to be encompassing all the aspect and the point of view from the people in order to get the best out of it. And I can tell you, for example, that Nike does a great job. I had a subscription. Was called the. Actually, it's no longer available, but they did a pilot called Nike Adventure Club. It was a subscription model for kids sneaker. So I got it for my son. Basically, you could pay, I think it was like 20, 30, or $50 every month, and you were getting 4, 6, or like 10 sneakers every year, right? So every few months you could order
like a magazine or something.
Exactly, a subscription model. So you could just go on the website and you could just decide the sneaker that you wanted, and they were shipping to you, right? Without having to buy anything like that. It doesn't matter the price. You couldn't even see the price. You can only have like a catalog just for you, and you can select color, everything, size for the kid. If the size was not right, the returns were super easy. So they thought about that, because they knew that with kids, sometimes you get the same size and you got it, and the food is like bigger, right?
Related to your son and sneakers, do we want to talk about these dancing experiments that Nardo made or not?
Yes.
Because it's something, let's say like this. I mean, I don't know. Oh,
yes, let's talk about it. So let me wrap up that one about the shoes. I'm telling you one thing, and then we can talk about that. I don't think Kirima can probably do it. Like, she's like telling me she's like writing something, but no problem.
No worries.
So it's gotta be a good warm up either way. So the idea is, the one thing that I loved about that service was also that the packaging was super customized. They got the name of the person on, like, and when you were opening it, there was not just the shoes, but they had a little journal for the kids with stickers, and everything was done with even games just for the kids to play with, or like for the grown-ups to read and do it together. So again, they were not saying that in when they were describing the experience. So technically, it was just a purchase experience, but it was much better when you are getting the whole overall like bag, right? I remember the first time. I mean, everyone has seen like the red boxes from Nike, right? They're pretty cool. But that was specifically designed for the Adventure Club, and everything in that box was pretty fantastic. So that's a great shipping and everything else experience. But yeah, maybe Lego is gonna surprise me next time. Maybe.
Why not? Let's hope for that.
Okay, very good. So I think we're gonna probably reschedule that with Kidima. We're chatting
Yeah.
on. It's okay. I mean, that's the beauty of iteration and going live. At least we created some content today, and we
Tested it without knowing that.
we dusted off the rust for our
Damn, I love
podcasting
that.
skills, right?
Dusted off the rust. Love that.
No rust anymore. I think we're still capable of like saying something crazy in front of a camera. So
yes, luckily yes.
Yes. Well, and we got many weeks ahead of us, so no problem. We're gonna reschedule it. Even if you're watching right now instead of only just like texting me,
Spoiler.
don't worry, we'll do it like next week or something. The one thing we want to mention is that we're trying to make this recurrent and as let's say stated as possible. So we're trying to go live every Monday around this time. That will be 8:30 a.m. Pacific time for the people in California.
And 7:30 for the chest, kind of European time.
Yes. And there will be 11 a.m. on the East Coast for the people New York, Boston, Miami, etc. And then we will be doing that. Yes, like 5:30, right, Rafa? Your time?
Yes, 5:30. Yes, exactly.
Yes, fantastic. So keep that in mind. We'll just share this one. If you guys are familiar with Twitch and you're watching this on Twitch, let us know how it works. If you like it. We just wanted to explore one more platform because, of course, why not? I think that is pretty much. Is there anything else that we wanted to say about it?
About the platform sharing or in general?
About whatever we want for designers.
As we stated at the beginning, I want to sum it up saying expect the impossible, because this season 2 will be incredibly insane. I'm personally super lucky to spend time with these amazing guests and with you, Fede, that you made a great job during this pandemic with our DP list. Let's mention it. And so the expectations are higher. We want to raise the bar higher. And to sum it up, it was a great warm up. I would love to hear more from lots of folks around, and the challenge for the Lego box. It's interesting,
it's good, right? Yes.
What about that?
Yeah, during the week, so people can, whoever has not seen,
brainstorm at the weekend. Like
we can do a proper picture. And by the way, let us know if you like. As you've seen, we're also trying to include something new here on the sorry, let's see here.
Who's that?
I think it's Kirima calling me. I don't know if she can make it right now at 9, but yeah.
It's now. It's. I don't think it's possible right now. I mean, we have to reschedule.
Yes, we will reschedule. That's fine. What I wanted to say. Oh yeah, we actually Raffaele created those. Nice little box. I love that I can do this. This is pretty cool. I have to do it better. But yes,
we created.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I did nothing.
Come on.
As always, I did nothing, and Rafa did.
No. So expect for the sharing, the live stuff, and all those things that I will not be able to do that. I was actually going to hire you if you want, like, to make my. I don't know. I need to consider this for my social kind of brand kind of stuff. You're amazing, Fede.
No, you are. So thank you everyone for following.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Dusting off episode. That's how I'm gonna call it.
Love that.
Awesome. Guys,
let us know
this week. Rafa,
catch you up next Monday.
Awesome. And next time you guys are gonna see the third square appearing in the middle here, somewhere here. I don't know, depends where we are. Thank you for
get ready for.
Let us know what you think about everything we said, and a kiss. Ciao, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.